So this is the video that you guys chose in the You Choose Sunday lineup, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But Storytime was the video that got the most votes in the previous poll, so here we go. So I'm gonna tell you guys about I think it was my first date when I got to Korea, I think. And it was definitely probably going to be the most memorable date of my entire life, and not for a good reason. Alright, so when I first got to Korea, my friend was like, yo Ariel, you should download Tinder and, you know, meet some guys or whatever to talk to. And I was like, true, okay, I'm gonna do that. And so I downloaded Tinder. It's an application for your phone. And so, you know, I matched with a few guys, whatever, talked to a few guys. And then there was one guy that I matched with, and we were talking or whatever, and things were going good. So like we were talking, like messaging. First we messaged, like in Kakao Talk or whatever. And then eventually he was like, yo, can I call you? And I was like, sure. And so I think like maybe like the second week or whatever, like we started calling each other, you know, a few times throughout the week or whatever. And then finally we decided to meet after maybe 2 or 3 weeks. I can't exactly remember, but eventually we decided, okay, let's meet up. Because, you know, I was into him, he's into me, whatever, like, so, yeah. So he met me here in my city. He lives in Seoul, so he came here. And we had dinner or whatever, and I don't know, in my city there's really not a whole lot to do except for eat and drink. So here, what we do, we go out, go to a restaurant, get us some alcohol, get us some food, and consume them. Then we go to a second place, get us some alcohol, get us some food, and consume them. So yeah, and also in my city there aren't any like Western style bars. So for the most part, most places just serve beer and soju, and I'm not a fan of beer and soju. So like while we were out, we were drinking or whatever, and he'd order like a big old thing of beer, and I was like, I don't really like beer like that. And he was like, oh, what do you like to drink? And I was like, I like cocktails, I like vodka, you know, stuff like that. And he was all like, oh, true, well, let's finish this and then let's go get some vodka. And I was like, okay, why not, sure. And so we went to the convenience store, 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven sells vodka. So we bought a bottle of absolute acai berry vodka. And I was like, okay, well, let's just go to my house and drink this, because that would just be silly. I don't know, it would be weird to just be drinking a bottle of vodka outside of a convenience store. Like that it just looks really weird. So I was like, let's go to my house, we can drink at my house, and like I have some snacks, we can grub, we can play video games, we can I don't know, watch TV, we can listen to music, whatever, let's just chill, whatever. And so he was like, cool, and I was like, cool. So we bought the vodka, got some like, I think orange juice to mix it with or something, and then we came back to my room. And we were just drinking, chilling, talking, listening to music. Everything was going fine, good, whatever. You know, it's getting later and later, so we're getting like, you know, pretty drunk, and, you know, nearing the time of, you know, let's not go to sleep. We tired, right? So I was like, okay, you can sleep here, because obviously he couldn't go back home because I live in a place where you can only get to and from Seoul by bus, so there were no buses running at this time. So I was like, I mean, you can stay here, whatever. He laid down like and fell asleep. So I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna go to sleep now. So like I like cleaned everything up and I turned out the lights and stuff, and I was going to go to sleep too. And so like I'm laying in bed chilling, right? Homeboy's next to me sleeping. I'm like getting to go to sleep, and then and then oh my god, okay. And then I hear this noise, this weird noise, like this noise, and I'm just like, what the heck was that? And like I look over and he threw up on himself. And at first, initially I was like, And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, no, this is my bed. He just threw up in my bed. And I was like, no. So like I got up and I didn't know what to do. Like, cause he's like passed out, like sleep vomiting. And so I'm like, oh my God. So I like grabbed a pot and I like stuck it underneath his face. And then he he was still throwing up as I was looking for things to catch his vomit with. And so, yeah, I shoved this pot underneath his face, and then he didn't even throw up anymore after that, and he just got up like a zombie and then like walked to my bathroom and just laid out on the floor and was vomiting on my bathroom floor. So I'm finally I'm sitting on my bed just looking at this puddle of vomit on my bed, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, why did this just happen to me? So I started taking the sheets and stuff off my mattress and everything, and I took it to the washing machine and stuff, and it smelled so bad. It was just so gross, and I was so angry. I was so mad. This dude just threw up in my bed. He threw up in my bed. He threw up in my bed. So I only have one other set of sheets and stuff. So I grabbed my one other set of sheets, and I was not about to sleep in that bed. So I made me a little cushion on the floor in the corner of the room. I ain't getting in that bed. I cleaned it up the best I could, with towels and cleaning stuff and everything. And he comes out of the bathroom and he just gets straight in the bed and just goes to sleep. In the morning, I woke up really early, and I was just kind of sitting around just waiting, oh my God, this is gonna be really awkward when he wakes up and realizes what happened. So he finally wakes up after some time, and he's just like, what happened? And then I think maybe it came to him, I don't know, but suddenly he was just and he just covered his face and was hiding underneath the blanket. And he was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it was so yeah, he was super embarrassed about it. And I tried to be nice about it, I was kind of no, it's okay, whatever. It is what it is. I cleaned it up, it's fine, whatevs. And yeah, and in that, his phone was, he threw up on his phone. So his phone got messed up, and it wasn't after that, because it sat in vomit or whatever. And I got his phone out and I cleaned it for him and stuff. When I was cleaning the vomit, and I gave him his phone, and I was I'm not sure about your phone, if it's still working or whatever. And he was trying to figure it out, and he was oh no, it's not working. So then, yeah, so he left or whatever. We had breakfast or lunch, and then he went home. And his phone, like I said, his phone wasn't working, so he was kind of I don't know when I can get a new phone, whatever. And I was like, yeah. So he was only able to Kakao Talk me through Kakao Talk on PC. So after that, we slowly started communicating less. It went from us talking every day to him only be able to talk to me whenever he was home from work or whatever. And then eventually we just stopped talking. And so after maybe a month or so, I contacted him to see, because we hadn't really talked. And I was like, hey, how are you? Did you get a new phone? A long time no see. And he was all oh yeah, I got a new phone. And I was like, oh, cool. And then he was apologizing again, I'm really sorry about what happened. And I was like, it's fine, whatever. And he was like, do you want to meet me again? And I was like, yeah, it's fine, we can meet again. And so he was like, okay, cool. And then so we kind of started picking up talking again. But then a few days later, it died off. And I messaged him, and he was just like, don't message me again. I have a girlfriend. I was like, oh, okay. Bye? What the heck? But yeah, so that is the first date I had when I came to Korea, and by far the grossest date I've ever had, and the funniest date. it's not funny, but it's pretty funny. Like, it's not funny, but it's funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story. For next video, I will put the suggestions, no, they're on this side. I will put the suggestions in the poll here. You guys can vote for them, and I will give you whatever video has the highest response. Yeah, so if you choose a Q&A, remember to write your comment or your question in the comment section of this video, and I'll answer that question in the future. Yes, so yeah, that's all I got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and my camera just turned off. But anyway, as I was saying, I love you guys, and yeah, bye.